You've been wasted all this time. Now you popping up, cause I'm fucking up. And my whip so cold, call that ice on road. But you wanna hit me up, showing love, say what's up. But you wasting all my time. Like I owe you shit, cause I knew you when you had your life ahead. What happening? Things are different now, I'm better than I ever been.
Oh, you popping up, now you showing love. But it's not enough, cause I'm coming up. Like my prices, little bitch, and my whip game too sick. I can't ride with you, you wish I had to cross you off my list. I used to vibe with you, fly with you, every day spend time with you, lie with you, I would always come by to you, ride with you, keep it real, get high with you, lie with you, when I'm feeling real tired of you, more dry than you drinking all the time and you get by with you, don't ever take the time to move, surprising you, fall flat in your face, put you back in your place.
You've been wasted all this time, now you popping up, cause I'm fucking up, and my whip so cold, call that ice on road. But you wanna hit me up, showing love, say what's up. But you wasting all my time. Like I owe you shit, cause I knew you when you had your life ahead. What happening? Things are different now, I'm better than I ever been.
You used to be on that bullshit, always on the pill, couldn't feel shit. Now you wanna pull up cause I'm flexing. You don't give a damn, you so reckless, baby, that's it. Done showing you love, it was part-time, I was full-time, I was down for you that whole time. Now I'm up now, I got no time, making boss moves, yeah, I got time. Got a lot of bread coming in, talking in Benjamins, whoa, whoa, whoa.
You've been wasted all this time. Now you popping up, cause I'm fucking up. And my whip so cold, call that ice on road. But you wanna hit me up, showing love, say what's up. But you wasting all my time. Like I owe you shit, cause I knew you when you had your life ahead. What happening? Things are different now, I'm better than I ever been.
I don't wanna talk now, 2 cups when I go out. Would've held you down and out, but you had to mess around. Now you want me back, how you hit me when I'm in town. Oh, I think you lost your crown, no one gonna save you now. Oh, don't trip over your bullshit. If you do, don't fall my way. Didn't want me back in the day, now you want rise to the lake. Wanna get a pic, tryna say you poppin' cause I'm poppin', everybody gon' say, yeah, yeah. Glad you made it, happy lady, babe, but I don't want you anyway.
Freedom! Keep your ear to the ground.
Talking about the
freedom. It's the best show in town.
best show in town.
Freedom! I'll give you freedom. Yes, it's right. Freedom. Start right now. Freedom. Get your freedom tonight.
Well, hello there, everybody. It's good to see you. Someone on our end is echoing. Don't love that. Oh well. Here we are for another exciting edition of Show and Tell Live, a weekly comedy improv stream. Boy, oh boy, we had a very momentous occasion happen yesterday. We hit 600 followers for the second time. Apparently someone unfollowed, and then we got another new follow. So yay, it all worked out. We're making moves in the world, and we're really glad that you all could be a part of this journey. But of course, we cannot take this journey alone. So let's welcome the rest of our cast. First up, a natural-born wanderer, champion of all the paths that all lead to Rome. It's Alex.
Oh, fancy meeting you here on this path to Rome. That's all.
Up next, a man who travels by sea and sea alone, Maximilian.
Whoa! Oh, fancy meeting you here on this boat to Rome.
Up next, an individual who chooses neither land nor sea, but the winds themselves, Daniel.
Whoa! Fancy meeting you here in the winds of change.
Oh.
Outside of Rome.
And lastly, an individual who's too busy looking at the map to even get started moving. It's Steve.
Hey, you're not on the map to Rome.
It wouldn't be a show and tell show without Steve starting it off with prop comedy.
You're really setting a new precedent. By new, I mean one as old as Rome itself. Hey, yo.
Honestly, I gotta thank Dom for giving me a geography-based bit to begin with and having a map directly in front of me.
You can't build prop comedy in a day. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my
Has a
god.
prop directly in front of him, as well as about 40 other props directly in front of him. So really, any topic that we started with.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. That's for Steve's.
Just know all of the revenue we make from this channel goes to buying Steve more props.
We're gonna need to do like a rehab special, like intervention for prop comedy. But first, we have other things we must attend to, and that is, we just like Max himself, we must take to the sea now. We have places to journey. So everyone, pull up your anchors. We're gonna play the game Yo Ho. So to go ahead and get started, we need what's something you'd bury in the backyard so your family members couldn't steal from you. Your family wants to get their grubby hands on your favorite thing, but you're not gonna let them. Put it in the backyard, 6 feet under. What is it? What are you burying? And once that comes in, we will take to the seas. We'll put wind in our sails. The sun will beat on us and give us that nice working man's tan as we swap the poop deck and rig the rigging, ropes and soaps on ropes, and hops on pops. You know, the things about the sea.
Mice and houses.
Foxes and boxes, goats and boats. They're all here.
Have y'all ever seen that video
Sam,
of the guy
I am.
who like beatboxes and then like raps the like Dr. Seuss one? It's like an impossible tongue twister of a book.
Oh,
It's pretty impressive.
that
Anyways,
sounds bad.
let's go to the sea, Max.
To the sea!
Whoa! What's the first one?
It's whatever you want, Max.
Oh, okay. It's up to me. Wow.
Such choices. The sea is all about agency, Max. Take hold of what you want.
Yo ho, blow the man down. I found in a nook this old dusty book. Yo ho, blow the man down.
It was a good read, all about seed. Yo ho, blow the man down.
It went on a rant about all of these plants. Yo ho, blow the man down.
I read it in time, the page about vines. Yo ho, blow the man down.
It was all that I could see just about the leaves. Yo ho, blow the man down.
I went in a rage, it was missing a page. Yo ho, blow the man down.
I got nothing.
Hey.
He has been blown down.
I feel like we do that rhyme every time. Rage and page.
I don't know.
Maybe we're just filled with teen angst.
New challenger!
Yar! It be me.
Hey.
Ho, yo, ho, blow the man down with nostalgic feels I get from Hot Wheels. Yo, ho, blow the man down.
You can feel the heart pace when your cars start to race. Yo ho, blow the man down.
Don't have a heart attack when it goes down the track. Yo ho, blow the man down.
Your fingers will cramp when you go up the ramp. Yo ho, blow the man down.
Just make sure to scoop at from out of the loop. Yo ho, blow the man down.
Nope. I got nothing. That's the extent of my Hot Wheel knowledge.
Oh man, Hot Wheels were my jam back when I was like 6 or 7 or 16, 17.
I met a guy at an airport once who worked for Hot Wheels, and he would just go around the airport handing out Hot Wheels to kids. He had like a box of them in his suitcase.
Oh, that's
when
so
kids
sick.
would cry at the airport.
New challenger.
Oh, I had. Okay, yeah.
There's no time for banter. It's my turn to
We're
start.
in international waters.
Yo ho, blow the man down. I've got some panache because of my twisty stash. Yo ho, blow the man down.
I just couldn't care about your lip hair. Yo ho, blow the man down.
I'd rather be feared because of my luscious beard. Yo ho, blow the man down.
I'll take it to the grave. I will always shave. Yo ho, blow the man down.
Your handle of bars is not that quite far. Yo ho, blow the man down.
Well, lather me up, and then I will sup. Yo ho, blow the man down.
You're a fool, Manchu, because you're a shoe. Yo ho, blow the man down.
I wish I could come up with something else, but I can't.
Oh.
You guys were shaking your head at the word sup. It is very much an actual word.
I liked it.
New challenger.
Stuff is as much of a word as stash, so.
All right. Yo ho, blow the man down. I went to the bank with my friend Hank. Yo ho, blow the man down.
I felt in my loins a yearning for coins. Yo ho, blow the man down.
I took out my gun. I said, give me all the money, son. Yo ho, blow the man down.
Please do not rob. We've got a nice bob. Yo ho, blow the man down.
Now open the gate and give us everything in there, please. Alright, Steve's going again.
Well, you asked nicely.
Yeah, I was like, please, can I have all your money?
Am I back up?
You are back up.
Okay.
Wait.
Let's see.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, Rick. Alright, there you go.
Yo ho, blow the man down. I had a real ball with a possessed doll. Yo ho, blow the man down.
I chat with some ghosties. They are friends the mosties. Yo ho, blow the man down.
It was just an object, but I felt a connect. Yo ho, blow the man down.
On my trip to Fiji, I got a board of Ouija. Yo ho, blow the man down.
It gave me a blip when I was on the ship. Yo ho, blow the man down.
That little board was more than a Ford.
That's an expensive.
That's my.
That is
my
an expensive Ouija board. It costs more than a Ford truck.
It really do.
Fiesta.
New challenger.
Who is this?
It's Dominique.
It be Captain Dom.
Arr.
Arr, it do indeed be Captain Down. Yo ho, blow the man down. It might be a vice, that iPod device. Yo ho, blow the man down.
It gave me a ruffle when it was on shuffle. Yo ho, blow the man down.
You'd think me a loon, but it's my favorite tune. Yo ho, blow the man down.
I had to be wrong when I loved that song. Yo ho, blow the man down.
I thought it was neat, that repetitive beat. Yo ho, blow the man down.
I did not like the note when they were right on key.
I think we're done with this game. Let's go back. Oh boy. Yeah. Which brings me before we get into that, I did make a merch board.
Ooh.
I know we're starting off. This one might be hard to read, but I did the best I could.
I'm excited.
It says, "You can't banter here. These are international waters." I don't know. I just thought it was it made me smile.
It's a rule of the high seas.
I can marry at sea, but I'm not allowed to banter with you.
They're a little bit more like guidelines.
Excellent. Well, which brings me...
always gone.
You best start believing in a transition, Miss Swan. You're in.
Hello, prop.
Hello, prop comic. Well, now I want that to be a bird shirt too. Hello, prop comic. Hey, Kat. Good to see ya.
Heyo.
So, how was everyone's week?
The week demon.
Oh, weak demon! He shall leave cough drops in our shoe if we give him good stories.
That's true. Or devour us if we don't.
I don't really have anything to satiate the weak demon.
Nothing? You had a boring week? Steve, how about you? I know you had quite the find this week.
Well, I was telling you guys earlier, only because I can't show it during our show and tell. But I got 18 free board games this week, which is pretty cool. They're all like old war game stuff. Of course, I have them in my ready prop comic bin over here. But like, they're all like vintage games too. They're all from like the 80s and 90s, or sorry, 70s and 80s. Mm-hmm. And it's really interesting. They are super complicated though. Like, there's one game that is, the one that I had the map for earlier. It's like a simulation if the USSR invaded Europe, and it's rated very complicated, and the average playing time is 6 to 200 hours.
I guess it's like, I forget, but like, you didn't really have like a desktop computer to be able to like run all those calculations back then, so you just had to do all of them by hand.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I watched a thing one time on like, I think it was the Discovery Channel about like kind of the origin of some of those war games, and there were people who were in the court whose sole job was to be the calculators for when kings would fight other kings in war games. Like, their whole job was just to stand by. The king would be like, "I'm gonna do this," and their job was like, "Hey, don't do that." But yeah. What's up, Don?
Well, we got
a question.
That's a good question.
Asked.
Who would like to start? Daniel, please take us on.
Yes. The role that I would play in a zombie apocalypse is either one of the zombies or one of the people that's in the group that makes a fatal mistake that gets everyone killed.
Probably accurate.
Thanks for being honest with us, Dan.
Honestly, I think I'd be both roles, just in the other order.
Yeah, Dan's definitely that zombie that the group comes back to later and is like, "Oh, y'all guys remember it's Dan? This is a hard life."
We chain him up to a tetherball pole just so we can go back and visit him every once in a while.
Yeah.
Dan, would you hide a bite?
Would I?
Oh,
honestly,
100%.
no. I'd be like, "Ow," all the time. And you guys would be like, "You guys get bitten," and I'm like, "Maybe."
That's the thing. I think Dan would try to hide it and fail miserably.
True.
Oh man. Oh,
All right,
love
Like, Dan, what's with that limp? You're like, cramp. I'm like, bullshit. Plumb your pants. Let's see what's going on. Plumb your leg.
I'll be like, I'm
Lip
just
is bleeding, Dan.
I'm just method acting for a role I have coming up.
Kath,
How about you, Max?
if we would keep Dan on a leash, like in The Walking Dead, and I think yes, because I think when we play 10,000 Blank, Dan would be able to make just about as good as a joke as a zombie.
Wow.
Wow, taking shots.
All right, Max.
I'm just saying,
you're opening this volley. What's your
I would say that I am funnier than most zombies. I will say that. All right, I don't think that's a terrible claim.
You have good timing as a zombie.
Okay, what are you gonna be in the zombie apocalypse, man?
Yeah, Max. Max is definitely a scout. I'll let you answer, but I say scout.
I could do that. I think bikes are probably pretty valuable in zombie apocalypses, and I think I know my way around a bike, so I think I could do that.
Makes sense to me. Makes sense to me.
Anybody else? Steve, you're awfully quiet over there.
Ooh. I was just waiting for my turn. I'm definitely just the guy that is only in the group because I have stuff.
The prop comic of.
Yeah, we just keep him around because he's a prop comic.
Steve was just the first person to start looting, and now just has the best stuff.
Yeah. So I'm that guy who went to the when everything went to shit, everybody was going to the grocery store. I'm the guy who went to the library and picked up books on how to farm. And I would to go back to Walking Dead, I would definitely be I think his name was Dale.
Yeah.
He was the dude who was pretty useless, but he just had an RV.
Yeah. He was an older.
He was my favorite, honestly.
Oh, I love Dale.
I
was so sad.
Spoilers.
Traded your bike to Steve for a sack of corn. See, yeah, that's one of those trades that you think is worthwhile, but it's only going to last you a couple weeks before you start missing your bike.
Mm-hmm. Then I've got 5 bikes, and I'm just like, woo!
All right, how about you?
I'm definitely the person who comes up with the initial plan that keeps the group safe for most of the journey, and then a week out does something to betray the group and ends up being kept around, not because they want me there, but because they know that I have the insight to survive, even though I don't have the skills to accompany that insight.
Wow.
Yeah, that's me. As I've always told people, if a zombie apocalypse happens, take me with you, because you're gonna need me to survive, but do keep me in a cage the whole time. Yeah. So I'll be the first to admit to be you're gonna need, I promise you, you're gonna need me, but also keep me in a cage, because I will betray you eventually. That's me.
Well,
I think
so think an early, if we're doing the Walking Dead comparison, definitely some Governor vibes from me is really what I would say.
I think zombie apocalypse would be a lot of good content, right?
Oh yeah.
Just in life?
Yeah.
Calf said, I like that you guys would still be streaming. And I think there'd be a lot of good content to be had in a zombie apocalypse.
Oh, for sure.
In what is it? Shaun of the Dead. Great movie. At the end of it, after all of the dramatic tension, they just have zombie game shows now.
Yeah, that's all the game shows are all zombie shows.
Yeah. They're just stuck, or they tied some zombies to some bungee ropes and just put a big thing of meat on the other side, and they're just watching which zombie can actually get to it, and they're falling back in a bounce house.
And they also have a reality show where it's a woman is married to a zombie.
Yeah. That should totally happen. How about you, Alex?
I think somewhat similar to Max. I'd probably be a runner. I think I would go out for supplies and stuff like that. And I would be the one who goes and takes a team of a couple of people to the nearby pharmacy to see what's left over.
Yeah, I definitely see that. I think Max is definitely, it's him and another person, and they do the extended journeys that are 4 days long where they go out farther and farther each time. But Alex, I definitely think you're a clearer who goes with a group of 6 people to one location, and you all do the check, grab this, we don't need that, bring more of that. Yeah, I see that.
But I mean, at the same time, Steve and I are the only Eagle Scouts here, so we're the ones with the most wilderness survival background, or at least I did a lot of wilderness survival stuff in Boy Scouts, so that's got to count for something.
I have my wilderness survival merit badge. I would probably be a better quartermaster for a zombie apocalypse because I don't really remember much about.
No, but like I guess also like the club that I was in college, I also took like a wilderness first aid class and stuff like that.
I thought you were going to talk about your rifle club again. I was like, that's definitely an applicable skill here.
Well, yeah, that too. That was hype.
Yeah.
Interesting. Let's move on to our next game. Y'all are gonna hate me, but we're gonna play Welp Review. So what we're gonna need to go ahead and get started is we're gonna need a first name. Just any old first name. Could be as exotic or as simple as you're feeling. If you had a zombie friend in the apocalypse, what would their first name be? Jonicus? Interesting. Thanks for redeeming the question.
Yeah, thanks.
Good question.
Yeah.
Good question.
I like it. Second thing we're going to need is, what is a random business? Just a place where commerce happens. What's a place that you know, maybe you frequented this place before the apocalypse, maybe you frequented after the apocalypse. I don't know. Panda bear grooming. You spent a lot of time at Panda bear grooming? Is that a place you frequent? Amazing.
That just reminded me of there's this Tier Zoo video where they were ranking the bears, and they had an outline of one bear, and it was like OP, and then there was a panda bear, and it was like low tier trash.
Wow.
Maybe it's just me, but I do think that panda bears, we should just let them die. I think if a species can't survive on its own, we need to get rid of it. That's just my... I know that's a lot to unpack, but we have to get into a game. It's gonna be...
Just say strong claims and then be like, well, we're doing a game. Can't talk about
it. That's what I do. This is Kevin's... we can't banter here. This is Kevin's Makeup Megastore.
Makeup Megastore?
Yeah. Makeup Megastore.
Yeah.
Oh, makeup, like makeup.
Yes.
I thought you meant like make pretend.
Right. No.
I mean, the name is Kevin's Makeup Megastore. You can interpret that however you want.
God, what was the one we played where it was just us interpreting the name wrong?
No banter here.
No, right. This is international.
Into the game!
Go to Steve.
Hello. I went to the Makeup Megastore, and it changed me. I got the foundation and the eyeline thickener and all of the materials, and I've changed. I've become someone else. 3 out of 5 stars.
I went to Kevin's because I needed to get some eyeliner for my goth music band. But when I went into the store, it was like a ghost town. I don't mean it like creepy. I mean like no one was there. And I was like, hello, can I get some help? And in the entire stupid store, no one was there to help me. And then I walked outside and I turned around, and from the window, I could see all the employees emerging from the walls. They went full makeup camouflage just to hide from me as some kind of sick practical joke. Now my eyes are going to be normalized. My band's not going to respect me. 2 out of 5 stars.
I went to Kevin's store, Makeup Megastore, a few weeks ago, and I was just looking for a little bit of foundation, and I found that they actually used like concrete powder for their foundation. I think they took the name a little bit literally, but it actually really dried out my skin and was incredibly painful. 1 out of 5 stars.
Kevin's Makeup Megastore tests their products on animals, and I've got to say, my animals have never looked better. Honestly, this makeup is absolutely fantastic for any pet of any species. I cannot recommend enough how great it is that you can be assured that every single one of their products is going to be perfect for your furry friend. 5 stars.
I showed up to Kevin's Makeup Megastore because I wanted to buy something for my girlfriend for a 6-week anniversary. And when I was there, I didn't know what to get, so I asked the guy, I'm like, what should I get, Kevin? And he was like, why don't you try it out for yourself? So I started to put on the makeup how I thought. Everyone just started laughing at me. I ran home and I looked up so many YouTube tutorials. I showed back up and I proved with their own makeup there that I could be beautiful and use it correctly. They all applauded me, I got a plaque, and now I work there. So I guess I have to give a good review, 4 out of 5 stars.
I went to Cabela's the other day and I had a very weird experience. You see, I walked into Cabela's, went into the fishing section next to the beef jerky, and once I got past the fishing section, I realized it wasn't actually Cabela's. They had just put makeup all over the walls to make me think that this was a hunting and fishing store, when actually it was a makeup store in disguise. I'm really concerned and I can't find the fishing equipment that I need. 1 out of 5 stars.
Well, I'm on part 6 of the 18-part trial to become a Kevin's employee. The first step, obviously, is showing up with better makeup than any of the current employees. It gets harder with each new hire, but I think I finally found my niche. I did kind of a throwback to some 80s glam. The other trials have been a little bit more daunting, each one proving more and more intense. But they say once I earn my plaque, I'll finally be accepted. And the pay here's pretty decent, too. Keep striving, everyone. If you'll excuse me, I need to go apply literal war paint. 4 out of 5 stars.
So I went to Kevin's just earlier today, and even though I had gone last week, it seems like they'd done an entire overhaul on their store like design. It was entirely forested. There was a small pool of water in there, and for the life of me, I couldn't find a single employee to help myself. Eventually, I rung the little bell that was situated in the middle of the pool of water. It almost felt like a trial, and then people emerged who were dressed in ghillie suits. No wonder I couldn't find them, and they had incredible face makeup on. They eventually answered my question with speed and determination. Very helpful. 5 out of 5 stars.
This name is not a real name. I'm an officer for a very special operations mission, and my unit uses Kevin's super makeup to conceal ourselves, especially using the concealer. It's been an absolute pleasure using this equipment in all sorts of operations across many different countries. Lately, they just opened up a line of contouring that allows you to blend in with a brick wall. I can't recommend these products enough if you're looking for a super secret mission and a way to blend in with your surroundings no matter what they are. 5 stars.
Hi, I'm actually an employee at the PetSmart next door, and I just gotta say the collaboration that Kevin's Makeup Megastore and PetSmart have been doing together has just been fantastic. Not only are all the animals looking more beautiful, but they're getting adopted like no one's ever seen. We've actually run out of animals, but Kevin still needs animals to do the tests on, so I'm going in to be tested on myself. But the animals are getting adopted, and you know, that's what really matters. Okay, I have to go now. 4 out of 5 stars.
I have to be quick. I don't have much time. You see, I'm applying to be a Kevin's employee, and the battle has just started. The competition has gone so fierce that it's not even just about doing your makeup better than the other person. You have to hunt down a previous employee and wear them as your makeup now. They're about to find me. I can hear them getting closer. Just remember me when I'm gone. 2 out of 5 stars.
We here at the Town Hall of Phoenix, Arizona, present to Kevin's the key to our city. The work they did on beautifying our zoo will be annaled in the halls of history. We went from having the saddest looking zoo around to being now the second most popular zoo in the entire state of Arizona. And none of that wouldn't have been possible without the dear contributions provided by our good friends at Kevin's. Some of the animals have started growing extra limbs and had weird side effects, but damn do they look fabulous. The key to the city is yours, 5 out of 5 stars.
Hi there. Just getting on here now, here being the internet, I've had a little bit of a revelation. See, I thought I lived most of all of my life in the bush of Australia. I lived there. I lived off the land, and I grew up from a very young age thinking that that's exactly where I was. Very recently, I realized that I roamed accidentally into the city of Phoenix, Arizona, and it seems that my experience was cultivated by a store named Kevin's Makeup Megastore. They've been supposedly beautifying the flora and fauna of the surrounding landscape, and it's spreading further and further. I can't even tell what's real anymore because the makeup is just that good. What is reality? 3 out of 5 stars.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 14th annual Kevin Games have been a huge success. Oh, the employees are battling it out left and right. Oh, what's that? Mascara in the eye? Oh, eyeliner around the lips. Truly, it is something to behold, and I personally can't wait to see who comes out on top. Well, it's only a matter of time before we find out who's going to be the employee of the month. So stay tuned, as if you had any choice. 5 stars.
The Kevin Games have gotten out of hand. Everybody has been wearing so much makeup, it's hard to tell who we are anymore. At this point, nobody even knows where Kevin is. You know, it could be a thing of, you know, you've seen The Dark Knight where the Joker's wearing a Joker mask? It could be something like that, man. Everyone looks like Kevin. We've all made makeup to make ourselves look like Kevin. We don't know who's in charge. Everybody wants the power of this company that is getting keys to all the cities, owning all the people, doing testing to control them. That's all I want. I just want to win. That'd be cool. All right. I'm gonna go die now. 5 out of 5 stars.
Amazing. Wow, what a world we just inhabited there for a little bit.
Terrifying.
Ooh, kind of spooky, honestly.
Yeah, very spooky.
But also incredible.
Yeah, it was like the Truman Show meets the Hunger Games, which is already a horrifying combination of things, really. Oh, jeez.
Wonderful. Well, Kevin, if you're out there listening, I'd like to...
We don't know who the real Kevin is anymore.
The real Kevin, please stand up. We're gonna jump right into our next game, which is Swipe Right. So all we're gonna need to go ahead and get started is start listing some nouns. That's right, boys and girls, bring out the nouns. The noun collector is out again in the streets once more with his wheelbarrow. It's already full of previous nouns from previous households, and oh boy, you know, it's the noun ages. People are giving up nouns left and right, and it's if you need to get rid of them because they're stinking up your house, you can put them in the noun barrel.
The noun gnome is coming around, asking.
Yes, the noun gnome is once more. He's coming around. He's come to collect. There's a noun gnome in every little household, but this one is the city noun gnome. He collects the nouns from the individual noun gnomes. There's a noun gnome hierarchy.
It's the representative for the household gnomes.
It's true. It's true. The noun gnomes are a guild, and the guild is led by the city noun gnome.
Please,
in the noun barrel.
please do be careful. if you have a now gnome and an elf on a shelf, your now gnome will eat the elf on a shelf. Like, without a doubt, they are natural predators of elves on shelves. So
You also can't keep two now gnomes together. Like, they are like beta fish. They will attack each other.
Yeah.
So
Also-
keep your now gnomes separated and away from elves on shelves.
And don't get them wet.
Oh, yeah,
God,
definitely.
no. Oh, God, no.
All right, good bit. Let's let's jump into the game. Keep those nouns coming. The noun gnomes are never satisfied. Our first one, in the spirit of the season, our first one is pumpkin.
A date with me is like a pumpkin. It's pretty good for like a couple months.
A date with me is like a pumpkin. I get a bit squirrely.
A date with me is like a pumpkin. I'm just looking to spread my seed.
A date with me is like a pumpkin. You're gonna have a gourd time.
A date with me is like a pumpkin. Everybody likes to look at the outside, but doesn't like what's on the inside.
Date with me is like a pumpkin. I'm sweet as a pie.
A date with me is like a pumpkin. If you want a little more from me, I'm gonna be gutted.
A date with me is like a pumpkin. It's more fun if there's stabbing involved.
A date with me is like a pumpkin. You put a little light inside of me.
Aw.
A date with me is like a pumpkin. Everyone really just gets me so they can change my appearance.
A date with me is like a pumpkin. The later it is in the night, the more likely I am to get smashed.
That's a good one. Let's do a date with me is like a succulent.
A date with me is like a succulent. Pretty low maintenance, but it'll probably be messed up somehow anyways.
A date with me is like a succulent. You wanted a real plant, but you're not that into commitment.
A date with me is like a succulent. Better with a little pot.
A date with me is like a succulent. I'm never thirsty.
A date with me is like a succulent. Always double check that I don't kill cats.
Jeez, damn. Let's do. Wow, learned a lot. Let's do the oven. Date with me is like the oven.
A date with me is like the oven, because you're probably gonna have to preheat it before things get real hot.
A date with me is like an oven. I'm pretty good at getting baked.
A date with me is like an oven. Well, there goes my punchline. A date with me is an oven, because you're gonna love the muffin top.
Oh.
A date with me is like an oven, because I can make your tea kettle sing.
Let's do a merit badge. Since we have so many Eagle Scouts among us.
A date with me is like a merit badge. Earned, not given.
Wow. Jesus.
Oh my god.
Oh, mic drops.
A date with me is like a merit badge. You just like to collect them.
A date with me is like a merit badge. There are so many that are just mundane things like free or...
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Lost to Steve.
Oh, that's a Max.
Oh, we lost a Max.
Yeah, we lost Max. Wait, wait.
Oh no. I'm Max now.
Oh.
I'm Dom.
I can still be me.
Whoa! We've got assumed new personalities.
Oh no.
Well, let's keep going, question mark?
Yep, we'll keep going until he comes back. A date with me is like...
Merit badge.
It's like an escape room.
A
A
date,
date with me is like an escape room. You're not in any real danger.
a date with me is like an escape room. There's always someone watching.
A date with me is like an escape room. Even though you don't want to, I insist we dress up for everyone.
A date with me is like an escape room. Nothing is straightforward.
A date with me is like an escape room. Fully fabricated, but a lot of fun.
Date with me is like an escape room. The quicker it's over, the better you did.
A date with me is like an escape room. You hate listening to all the backstory and you just want to get to the fun parts.
A date with me is like an escape room. I'm very good at doing it quick.
A date with me is like an escape room. It's great for the whole company to bond over. I guess we'll go ahead and call it there. Hopefully Max will come back. Who knows what this is going to look like?
Yeah.
Snap!
It'll probably look better here than there.
All right, we can hang out here.
We'll hang out.
How's everyone doing?
Hey, everybody.
But Dan, this is international waters.
We can't banter in international waters.
Oh boy.
Oh, there he is. Jeez Louise.
Okay. Sorry.
What was that, you little...
My internet died. I don't know why.
Max, we're on the same internet.
No, but it died for some reason.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
How's your connection up in your room? Do you need like range extenders or something?
Oh, I don't. It's been fine.
Ay. A date with me is like Max's internet. An excuse.
A date with me is like Max's internet. You think it's a stable connection, but it's not.
A date with me is like Max's internet. It's just better where Dan is.
A date with me is like Max's internet. I've done this to you so many times before, but some reason you keep coming back.
It's true. I guess we'll call it there. We'll let you get the last word in this time, Max.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, has anyone else chat? How is your week? What do you have to offer up to the Week Demon? Anything exciting happen out there in Chatland for any of you? Oh, me too.
Are we doing the Dora the Explorer thing where we wait and we go, me too!
I like that too.
Did you think there's an episode of Dora the Explorer where they're just like, hey, what do you want to do? And then Dora's just like, what the? Why would you say that?
Messed up? What are you, an idiot? That's gonna get us all killed! What are you, a dumbass?
A volcano? Are you kidding me? I'm 6! I'm 6!
Yeah, they're just like, that's like illegal. What are you?
I'm calling
Where's your
the
parent?
police on
Go
you.
get a parent.
Why? Why is it that every time we go to any body of water, it's got crocodiles in it?
I want to watch an episode where Dora slowly questions their reality more and more.
Until eventually she sees the arrow and she's like, whoa, whoa!
She gains self-awareness and
yeah.
Oh boy. There's an episode of a great cartoon I love a lot called OKKO, and one of the episodes is him slowly coming to the understanding that he's in a cartoon, and the whole moral of the episode is trying to teach kids how to deal with existential crises.
Wow.
And I was like, 1, this show is the best show ever made, and 2, the balls of this show to be like, writer's room being like, we've taught kids how to share, but have we taught them how to deal with their own mortality in a fun way? No? Okay, let's do that episode. You think I'm exaggerating, but the literal moral that the like ghost of the cartoon gives them that point is just like, he's like, but we're in a cartoon, and the character's like, yeah, things aren't always as they appear. And he's like, but what do I do with this knowledge? Do I tell other people? And he's like, no, you just have to accept it and go back to your life. It's the way things always were. And he's like, yeah, that's what it is. And then he goes back and he's like, hey, friends. And the ghost is just sitting there like, and the episode ends and you're like, what? I'm telling you, if you haven't seen OKKO, it's worth the watch through. Yeah. It is so good. And there's like 4 episodes that are all just kind of like that too. Yeah. Where it just happened. It's on Cartoon Network.
Hey kids, guess what? Life is meaningless.
Yeah, and it's just like, don't ruin it for other people who haven't gotten there yet. It's truly beautiful.
No fires for a week in San Francisco. Yay!
Nice.
Wow, guys, that was.
guys, we should celebrate this with like, I don't know, maybe a gender reveal party.
Oh, hold on. That yay sounded like the stock sound effect of a lame celebration at like, yay.
Yeah. We did it.
Show Until Live is filmed in front of a live studio audience. Woo!
It sort of is.
Oh no, Mac's back. We're gonna Hoedown.
What is Halloween plan? We've actually got a whole Halloween planned.
Alex, tell us about the Halloween.
This upcoming week. All right, so Monday. Is anything happening Monday? Were any of you going to stream Monday? Monday, who knows? Maybe
We'll figure something out.
Or maybe not. Tuesday is going to be 60-minute madness. We're going to have Halloween-themed challenges, and we're going to be dressed up in costumes. We don't even know what each other's costumes are going to be for Tuesday's stream.
Because 4 of us haven't planned it yet.
Because
Woo!
people don't even know what they're going to be themselves. You guess who's the one person that does know. Then Wednesday is going to be Dom, right? No? Maybe?
Me, I think, actually.
Nothing?
I think it's me on Wednesday.
Max is going to be doing Wednesday stream. Look, I don't know why you made me in charge of this. You guys were all the
You're
ones.
the most excited. Go for it. Keep going. You're doing great.
You're doing great.
Then obviously Thursday is going to be our community night. We are
Obviously.
going to be playing Jack.
Mafia or werewolf.
Oh, right, werewolf. We're going to be playing werewolf.
Yes.
Because it's Halloween, and that's fun and on brand.
Spooky.
So yeah, we'll be playing werewolf with people, probably in our Discord server. So make sure to join up on our Discord if you haven't already. And then Friday, obviously, is going to be our normal improv stream, but with a spooky Halloween twist.
This one we did plan out in advance.
We actually did plan out our Friday stream. Thank you very much. So that's our Halloween. Get pumped, especially for Tuesday and Friday, because those were the only ones that I really knew anything.
Ooh, maybe Monday we should just watch a spooky movie in our Discord.
Oh,
Let's
do
do
that.
that. We'll do a movie night Monday night.
For Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spooky
That'd be fun.
movie.
If you have any suggestions for what your movie wants to be, I think the other movie channel's still up there, so you can go ahead and just start listing movies for Halloween. We're not gonna watch Cats again, Max.
Cats again.
We're not gonna watch Cats again.
Should I copy the poll and just do like all of the campy, Halloween-y, spooky movies that people suggested? Because there were a lot of those already suggested.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that.
All right, I'll make a new poll in Discord, so stay tuned for that.
Also add Leprechaun 2 as motion design has
And the Smosh
graciously
movie.
put. And the
yeah.
Smosh movie. All right, let's move on to our next game. This is a game we like to call Press Conference. So we're gonna say goodbye to Steve. Goodbye.
Hi, Steve.
Steve.
Bye-bye.
This Mr. Improv, I don't feel so good.
Yikes.
Nice.
Could you imagine if Iron Man was Mr. Improv? Like if his powers just like he's in a cave and he just like invents improv.
Is he just like the shitty?
Ting. What'd you make? Improv.
Is he just the shitty Marvel version of the Joker, who does improv rather than all of the Joker stuff?
Yeah.
It's,
amazing.
the whole thing is that when he's a superhero, the supervillains are there, like holding their
all right.
scripts for the movie,
Hey,
just like
We've just
Fuck, he's
crossed
going
over
off
international
book.
waters. Hey, chat. Let us know what Steve did. What is this amazing, significant accomplishment that Steve has accomplished?
It can either be really, really good or really bad or mundane.
Or super mundane.
Yeah.
it can be anything.
It can literally be anything.
They call him
man.
Yasand.
Yeah, Sandman.
Yasand.
Oh,
That just
Mr.
sounds like
Yes
Ye
Sandman.
Sandman. Give me a dream. Boom, 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 boom.
Give me a
Make
suggestion that I'm not
Never seen. Dun.
Wait, so who are we calling upon the powers of this time? The suggestion spirit?
Yes.
Yes.
We call upon the powers of the suggestion spirit,
Oh.
or suggestion spectre. That goes many ways.
Suggestion Spice
Goes
Girls.
by many ways.
Wow, some of these are truly impressive.
Covered
Wow.
in
Wow.
love and peanut butter.
Wow.
Wow.
That's pretty good, honestly.
Met his doppelganger and won.
Dan, since you're the most tickled by these suggestions, I will let you the honor of choosing tonight's lucky winner.
Accomplish nothing is also so meta that I don't even.
Oh God.
We have him on because he just did absolutely nothing.
That might
No,
be too
we
hard.
can't
All
do
right,
that.
all
We
right.
can't.
We're gonna do.
We could.
We could, but like Steve already doesn't like guessing games, and that would just be mean. If it was Dan, I would have already chosen that one. But not to say Steve can't do it. I just want to be don't be mean to Steve. He's a nice guy.
Where's the R in the name Louvre?
Louvre.
Got it.
Louvre.
Let's call out chat.
Louvre.
All right, so Steve covered the Louvre in peanut butter. That makes sense.
Oh, never mind. It's Lourve. I was wrong.
Oh, it's the R's first?
It's okay.
Yeah.
I can't spell either.
It's
Dan, let us know.
Well, to be fair, why'd they put an R in there?
That's a good point.
Someone should just tell French that they're wrong.
Yeah, they're France.
Oh wait.
Oh no!
Oh, it is the Louvre.
This is a real.
Oh no! Oh no!
V
All
before.
right, are we good? Are we bringing
V
Steve in?
before R, except
Yes.
after D. Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
Are we good?
Yep.
Yeah, we're good. And that story will be concluded after the Burger King mascot returns back to the witness stand. But before we do that, we have breaking news. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. As you know, I'm the man of the hour right now, and I relish in it. I will relish in it for the rest of my life. Don't you worry about that. I'm just happy to have done what I've done.
It's funny that you mentioned relish. Many of you are considering you. There were many who were outraged from a more classical standpoint, but a lot of modernists are calling you a genius of our time. Care to comment?
Well, I mean, as I said, I relished in it. Whatever classical or non-classical means doesn't matter because the ends don't always justify the means.
Oui, I have a question. Would you say that some of your contemporaries are jelly of what you have done?
Oh, most definitely. And I even considered jamming my name in their faces a couple times, but I don't want to be rude.
Speaking of being rude, do you think cutting off a large population of people with allergies from seeing some of the greatest visuals of our modern world is not a little rude?
Oh, well, a little rude is bumping into somebody as you open the door for them. I made an exclusive club for everyone, and quite frankly, the tourists were ruining everything.
So for those of us who did not get to see it in person, would you say it was chunky or smooth?
Oh, well, it's always better in person because, you know, as a peanut butter lover myself, I always get the crunchiest of crunchy. Some people just said it was peanuts, but I say it's butter.
Many are calling you a nut, saying that this is some kind of avant-garde take on the food pyramid. Could you care to comment on that?
Yes, I can comment on that. And no, I just wanted to make sure that people with allergies couldn't go there.
Interesting. Now, I have a question. So you're saying that it was not a statement whatsoever, not talking about gatekeeping, about who was able to enter this location. You're simply just, well, in fact, you are trying to make a statement about gatekeeping. You are trying to stop people from entering this location. Is that right?
Yes, I was tired of people sneezing on me.
Now,
Do you find this funny? Because it's really hard to tell if you're smiling or not. I don't know if you're amused by this or what.
Well, I would say I'm pretty amused by this, considering afterwards I skippied around the whole building.
You know, I think that we've heard just enough color commentary from you. Your mugshot makes it pretty clear. Why don't you go ahead and tell us what you did?
Well, obviously, I dumped a lot of peanut butter on the Louvre.
You certainly did, and it's going to take months to clean that off.
You are going to pay for that, you bastard!
No, I'm not. France is.
Is it really an amuse? More like an amuse-bouche for all of the pigeons.
Oh, this just in, they've announced a verdict on the Burger King mascot's trial. We're going to cut back to that. Thank you so much for this breaking news segment.
I hope he got what he deserves.
Everyone knows France hates the Burger King.
They ruined the Royale with cheese.
Off with his head.
Bring out the guillotine.
The quarter pounder guillotine. Oh, good job, Steve. You crushed it.
Yeah, that was good.
Nice.
Well, I spread it. I didn't crush it.
Well, that's to be fair. I agree with chat. The fact that you used crunchy is way worse than way worse than smooth.
I personally like the texture.
I still like crunchy peanut butter, but if I'm buying peanut butter, I always get creamy.
I like crunchy peanut butter, but not as an art statement.
Yeah. The thing about me is I very much like a specific kind of peanut butter, and it's Skippy low fat. And the reason I like Skippy low fat is because it's one of those stupid marketing ploys where they're like, it's low fat, it's healthier than you. But because they took out the fat, they realized it tasted too bad, so they put in a bunch of sugar. So it just tastes better.
Right, yeah.
So it's not healthier, but it is just the better of the Skippy peanut butters. Like, if they made a low-fat crunchy, I would probably buy that. But, like...
So, this is just a thing that, like, I know it's just a me problem that I have to get over, but, like, I really struggle with the peanut pan peanut butter because it's also the name of a bus company, and I know that they're different, but, like, I don't want my peanut butter to be associated in any way with a bus. And like, I know it's just a personal issue, but like, would you buy a peanut butter called Greyhound peanut butter?
Yeah.
You wouldn't. You would not. That's a lie, Daniel.
Any way that I can get that bus flavor into my culinary delights, I'm all about it.
Dom, I buy
peanut butter.
Yeah.
Yes, and macaroni. Yes, and.
I buy Peter Pan peanut butter sometimes.
Everyone's entitled to be wrong. It's okay.
Wait, Poonwit says there was a recall on Peter Pan. What was that recall?
That was
run out of mileage?
Is Max gonna die?
Is Max dead?
But also, Dom, to be fair, neither of them are the original Peter Pan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there is...
Yeah.
So Dom, you're saying, or Dan, you're saying that you don't want your peanut butter to be...
A boy? No.
I don't want my peanut butter or my bus company to be associated in any way with an ageless boy.
All I'm saying is everybody here should write a letter to Hershey and get them to start reselling Reese's peanut butter. Because I remember there was a day where I went into the supermarket, there was this jar of Reese's brand peanut butter, and I want to make a sandwich with Reese's peanut butter and Nutella, and then I will die happy.
Sounds good. It sounds very good.
It do.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Would it be what it do?
How do you guys feel about that stuff that's like peanut butter and jelly in one jar?
I've never tried it.
That's a waste of both ingredients, in my opinion. Like, yes, I'm gonna combine them myself, but I don't need you. Like, it's insulting. That's what it is.
Hey, carbs.
Hey, carbs.
Hey, carbs.
I mean, what? So, like, okay, I'm gonna get some hate from this.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm gonna get
You
some
also think pandas should die. I
Chat,
agree. I don't know why I keep saying it. No one agrees with me.
all pandas have peanut allergies. It's a simple way to do it. No, but
Rip that Band-Aid.
only time I really ever eat peanut butter is on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Like, I don't eat peanut butter in any other circumstance.
Celery, apple slices, straight from the jar. What's wrong with you? It's great in all places.
On toast?
I just don't.
By
I just don't.
itself?
Bagels.
Yeah.
Sometimes I make little peanut butter and jelly tortillas, or instead of bread, I put on little tortilla rolls.
Nope. On a hamburger. Yikes. I only eat it with peanut butter and jelly. I don't really care for it that much otherwise. So for me, that jar. Okay, Crab Star. That jar that has peanut butter and jelly in it at the same time is fine because it's not wasteful for me. I'm not going to eat peanut butter in any other circumstance.
I'm good with anything as long as we don't bring back green ketchup. That's what my
No,
standpoint
I want
is.
colored ketchup again so bad. That was the
No,
best.
I'm okay with colored ketchup. Purple was fine. It was really just the green ketchup I was okay with.
But I had an epiphany of like 2 months ago because my parents were like, when I was younger, they would make me a snack called peanut butter on a spoon. And so I was hungry one day and I got a peanut butter on a spoon. I was like 2 months ago of the whole like 23 years I've been living. I was like, wait, I'm just eating peanut butter out of the jar. This isn't a special snack. Peanut butter out of the jar.
Yeah, that's the thing. I hate to break it to all of you in chat that are like, oh, it's such a sweet treat to eat peanut butter on a spoon. Guys, just peanut butter on a spoon. Butter is generally good for you. If anything, it's just a healthy snack. It's not a treat.
I'm being a little naughty tonight. I'm eating peanut butter on a spoon.
Ooh,
Steve, I only laugh because there's so many things from my own childhood that I'll do, and I'm like, oh, that's literally just how this works. Like, there's nothing magical about this.
It
Amazing.
was just like this feeling that I was like, I could be an adult and like put this on a sandwich or have it with apple slices, and I am just spooning it out of it into my mouth.
I really want to go upstairs and get my jar of peanut butter and start eating it now.
I want to know the kind of terrible
It's on a log.
I had as a kid. There were a couple of times, it was very rare, but a couple of times my parents let me do this just because I wanted to, where I ate an entire spoonful of raw sugar.
Oh my god.
I, to this
Just
day,
straight sugar.
Alex, I to this day will eat hot chocolate packets straight from the packet. I actually really like it a lot. I don't drink it. I just spoon the sugar from the packet.
I, to this day, could very easily, and on very rare occasions when I get hit by like a bout of depression or something, I will eat an entire tub of Cool Whip with a spoon. Just Cool Whip.
Wow. That's impressive. I've never heard of that one.
That sounds not too hard to do though, because it's pretty light, you know?
Did I tell you guys the story at my cousin's wedding? Hey, Macaroni Breed, thanks for the 100 bits.
Oh, thanks.
We were at the wedding reception, and we're sitting at the table and we're waiting for food. But there's a little plate of little like white flowers. I'm like, oh my god, they have white chocolate flowers on the table. So I pick it up and I'm like, wow, this is slimier chocolate than I thought it would be. And I put it in my mouth and I'm like, oh, it's butter. That's just
Yeah, of course it's a butter, Dan. I knew it was butter before you finished the story.
The amount
What, have you never been to a wedding before?
No.
The amount of times I've done that, where it's like, at like breakfast places, they like bring you out like whipped butter in a cup, and I'm like, oh cool, whipped cream.
Look,
For real though,
when-
I to this day, if I got a bunch of those like creamers that they give you for coffee, those things are like child shots as far as I'm concerned. Where you like rip it open and you're just like.
Yeah, I'm just saying, with weddings, I think we're overdoing it. Why do you need fancy butter at your wedding? I get you want it to be your perfect day. You want it to be great. But like,
Is that the hill you want to die on? Of all the wedding traditions, it's a butter that you want the hill you want to die on.
it is.
If anything, I would take fancy butter over the centerpieces.
Yeah, I mean that too.
It's everything, Daniel.
Look, all right.
All right, we should probably do some improv at some point in this tonight.
The centerpiece is at
we
least
can argue about weddings after this. We're gonna play a game called Genre Storytelling. Oh boy. So now it's time for the genre gremlin to come in and give them all the good genres that you need to give it. It demands them. It hoards them for its shiny collection. To cross the genre bridge, the story bridge, you must feed the genre gremlin.
Many think that the genre gremlin lives under the story bridge, but it actually lives inside a hollowed out stump just next to the story bridge.
And sometimes I rent it out for Airbnbs.
Have you ever had cultured butter?
Is that like butter with bacteria or something?
I think it's a joke on the word culture.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if that's legitimately a thing. Yes, I was right.
Wait.
Yeah.
Louvre. That spells Louvre because I was right again.
Is that what you guys were dancing about?
Yeah, we were talking about how to spell Louvre.
Yeah, I got it right, and then we all thought I got it wrong, and then it turns out I got it right.
Well, also that, and the other thing was we were trying to decide whether or not the problem or the thing that you did was absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Second, we were going to give you nothing as your
that would have fucked me.
My favorite way, so this is just a thing that I used to get in trouble for all the time back when I was substitute teaching the improv class at our college, which is anytime we'd play a guessing game, I would just tell the group to pick nothing and just all say random things.
You did
and
that
then watch people. I would watch people come in and try and like rack their brain, because someone would be like they'd make a pun off of a cat, and the person would be like, okay, cat pun, and the next person would make like a pun off of like New York City, and they're like, New York City cat?
Yeah.
What? What? It's so mean.
The way we would play it is we would have no suggestion, and then everyone would act like there was a suggestion, and they were giving very specific hints.
And then everyone would react the same way to things, so they'd be like, I love the movie Flubber, and everyone would be like, whoa!
I love that kind of thing, like in the dating game where you give one of the participants that they're the actor of the guest. So like, for example, like if one of us just was Alex.
Yeah, we did that.
I love that. Oh, I love that.
All right, I've got 4 lovely suggestions. While I read these to you, Dan, chat, what I'm gonna need from you is we're gonna need a name for our story. So what would be, what is the hit children's book this season? Give us the made-up title for a hit children's story coming out this season. Alrighty, Max.
Yes.
Your genre is JRPG.
Okay.
Alex, your genre is talent show.
Oh, okay, okay.
Steve, your genre is the highest of Tolkien fantasy. You can just write high fantasy there.
Okay.
Dan hasn't seen any of the Lord of the Rings.
I've seen the first extended edition.
Well, that's why Dan's not the one doing that genre.
True. Dan, you're one that you've definitely seen a lot of, which is Angry Jersey Driver.
Hell yeah.
That's me. Is me.
The genre suggestions that chat comes up with never ceases to amaze me.
Yeah, that's true. I can only hope one time we invite another improv group on and they innocently ask for genres, and then you guys are like, this stuff, and they're like, well, this isn't film noir. Yeah.
Phrases that go on decoration pillows.
Yeah. Yeah. Amazing.
God.
All right.
Live, laugh, love.
The hit children's book this season is called Calvin Goes to the Library.
Okay, let's see if that fits goes. Alright, it does. That's fine.
Alrighty, we'll start our story off with high fantasy.
It was a clear day, the sun bleeding down from on high. The touch of angels felt in the air as the hero of the story woke up in the morning and prepared breakfast.
Talent show.
Well, today we've got a very interesting set of ingredients for this breakfast. It's going to be 2 quail's eggs and our secret ingredient, Captain Crunch Oops All Berries. Will our hero be able to create something delicious out of this meal?
JRPG.
Alvin idly looked at the cereal boxes, the malaise of working over the fact that his entire village was sacked by a raider and that both of his parents were killed was still sinking in. It was a fresh wound.
Jersey Driver.
And I'm fucking pissed about it. Look, I need to get to this damn library if I'm gonna be able to do anything. So screw this damn breakfast. I'll pick something up at Wawa. Get out of the intersection.
So on my long journey to Wawa, or Calvin's long journey to Wawa, Calvin trudged through dangerous wildlife and picked up a few friends. A
Talent
small
show.
fox.
And it seems that the friends are doing an amazing trapeze routine. There goes one after the other tumbling through the air. The
Jersey driver.
You think you could do that in the middle of the street? You're a bunch of clowns.
High fantasy.
And lo, thy insults were not taken lightly, and forced upon a battle, great and mighty, of both sides.
Talent show.
This battle is for the last point for the judges. It's going to be really down to the wire on this one.
JRPG.
However, Calvin got the upper hand and was about to place an ending blow to the speaking fox. However, Calvin stopped in mercy, and the fox said, "Your steel is as resolute as your integrity. Please take me with you."
I'm not taking you anywhere. Steps on the gas, runs over that fox, and I'm like, if you were in the street, you wouldn't have been roadkill.
Talent show.
Oh, the judges did not take too kindly to the roadkill. Unfortunately, the splattering just didn't really come off as artistically as they would have liked.
JRPG.
With the blood still on Calvin's boot, just as the blood of Calvin's parents must still be on the boot of the warlord that sacked his village.
High fantasy.
The warlord stared at Calvin and said, "You shall never cross this point. These woods, they are mine and my domain alone."
Jersey.
You think I can't take the turnpike to get around your woods, you fucking idiot?
Fantasy.
And so Calvin drove forward with his sword. He thrust it mightily unto his foe.
Jersey.
Yeah, well, look, if I'll slide over 5 fucking lanes to get out of your way, dude. All right?
Talent show.
Wow, 5 whole lanes in one motion and without even using a turn signal. The judges are certainly impressed. But
JRPG.
The warlord looked up to Calvin, took off his helmet, and said, "You've done well, my son." And Calvin says, "That's not possible. You're far too old." And the warlord says, "Yes, I time traveled back in order to stop the world ending."
Jersey driver.
Oh, you're saying that you had to leave me? Oh, well, you know what? Stand behind the car. I'm gonna put it in reverse. Come on, you can see my bumper sticker. It says
JRPG
Girl on it.
And even though Calvin protested where the warlord would eventually end up, the warlord protested back and said, "No, it must be this way. You must."
Talent show.
Well, everyone, that concludes our talent show. Stick around, though, because we're about to pull the winners of the 50-50 raffle.
Fantasy.
Win.
And so much gold was spread that day as the 50 went to the hero of the day, and he spent it on much libations and reading materials, as the library was his.
The end. Oh, what a good story. That might be one of the first times we've told a complete narrative. I'm impressed.
It's rare.
It is a rare treat.
Yeah.
Steve, it's funny that you mentioned the libations and reading material, because my aunt, the first time she went to college, did not pass. She ended up flunking out of college, and when she went home, my grandmother was like, "I don't understand. You were at the library every single night." And my mom was like, "The library is the name of the local bar in town." And my aunt was there every night. But credit to her, she did go back and actually ended up being valedictorian of her class when she went
Wow.
back. So
Yeah.
real hero's journey there too as well.
Yeah, no,
But
talk
yeah.
about telling a complete narrative.
Yeah, no, good for her. But yeah, she would go to the bar called the library, which is honestly genius.
Yeah.
So, Good stuff. Good stuff. I did see that someone tried to pick the old Sheets versus Wawa fight, but it's not a fight. It's Sheets.
It's just Sheets.
I don't know.
Why can't we love them both equally?
We can't, because one's better than the other.
One is
I've
better.
legitimately never heard of Sheets before.
You know what Wawa is?
It's only in Ohio.
It's in central Pennsylvania.
Absolutely not.
Actually, it might not even be even in Ohio.
Most of Pennsylvania is Sheets.
Yeah, but aren't states just arbitrary lines?
There's a lot of dead people on U.S. soil who would disagree with that logic.
Well, they just believed in arbitrary lines.
Aren't we all in Ohio in the end?
Yeah.
You ever see that History Channel show? Always has been. You ever see that History Channel show that was like how the states got their shape? It's actually pretty fascinating.
Yeah, I have seen that.
It's a pretty cool show. I recommend it.
Is it not mostly arbitrary?
The West is mostly some dudes drew a line, and then they found out there's a mountain with gold, and they moved the line. That's like the history of the Western states. The Eastern ones are a lot of like, we got too big, and someone was like, we can't keep that. We'll just give up that land. It's just easier.
Yeah, let's just cut this in half. Oh, also, this part will be the lake, or the river.
Also, like, 5 of the U.S. states were just former prison colonies that just got big enough. That's really like, that's the history of Rhode Island. It's the history of Georgia. Like, they're just prison colonies. Or, like, Rhode Island was literally, like, all the religious cults got kicked out of all the other states and went to Rhode Island. And that's why it's, like, so tiny. It's because it was just a bunch of religious people they didn't want to do. Like, oh, we're not like those guys, though. They're in Rhode Island, right? Draws outline.
Rhode Island, the scapegoat state.
Interesting. I was called Canada North Dakota, but maybe that's just me.
North Montana, like they say, meet the Robinsons.
I don't know. I feel like if anything, Canada would be North Minnesota.
I think if anything, we would become South Canada.
We don't deserve to be South Canada.
Yeah, we don't deserve that.
Yeah.
That's not nice of us.
Could be East Dakota. No, nothing on that
the
one.
Canadian.
Well, if Carb says it, it's gotta be Canada.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Dom, why don't you just I guess we can just move on. You know, if that one didn't work out.
Yeah, we'll get a new
We
one.
already cut the 2 times we were supposed to play bullshit tonight.
That's true.
But we haven't talked about Dom's want to kill pandas.
All right, time for our next game. This game was called Gossip Line. So we're all gonna bow out except for Max and Dan, who will take over the stream now.
All right.
Oh right. Okay.
Goodbye.
All right. Hey Max, what's up?
Hey Dan, what's up?
Not much. I haven't seen you in forever.
Yeah, I know. We never get to talk. Like
Yeah, 1v1. No.
Yeah.
We did 1v1 in Smash earlier today. That's besides the point.
And I'm fine to admit you did quite well. You kind of wrecked me.
I tried.
We played some Steve. If we want to get
Steve. Oh, they smash each other. All right. Yeah.
On the screen, we're very far from each other.
Yeah, we are. But anyway, maybe we should do this before Dom watches this back and gets mad at us for.
There's no time for banter. We're in international waters.
We're like in national waters. We're not quite international yet.
It's incorporated, but not organized into the states. Anyways, let's see. Oh yeah, we're playing Gossip Line, which means we're gonna be, this is a game called Gossip Line. We're gonna be telling a story in 2 minutes and then in smaller increments as it goes along the line. There's 5 of us, that'll be 5 iterations of the story. Each one shorter than the last one ending up being 15 seconds long when it started as 2 minutes. What do we need to start?
Just a word to inspire your story that you're gonna be telling.
We just need just a word, so just write some juicy words in the chat, please.
Any words you so choose. Yes, Carbs is a great artist.
Yes.
Steve is not going to be our main. We're so bad at Steve and can barely... I understand how it works, but all I want to do is mine and forward tilt the entire time.
It's horrible. It's terrible. Okay, let's see.
It's up to you. What words jump out at you?
Talk. There's so many good ones. I'm gonna choose Purple Rose. That's a good one.
All right.
From Youngster.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I am ready.
All right, here is Gossip Line for the Purple Rose story.
Hey.
Yeah?
You're there.
Yeah, I'm here.
Is this Dan?
Yes. Who is this?
Can I tell you a story first, and then I'll tell you who I am? Just hear me out, please.
Okay. You have 2 minutes.
Okay, fine. So I get home from a long day of work. I'm working at the factory, at the General Mills factory, and I get home and I find this case in the west wing of my mansion, and it's a case that's holding a purple rose. It's kind of like suspended perfectly in time and space inside of this case. And I've never seen it before. And I go and I lift the case off of it, and the purple rose turns to ash. It turns to ash, and I hear this wallowing scream of horrible pain. It was terrifying. It was echoing throughout my mansion, and I was so confused. It made me drop the case, and it shattered on the ground. And I had to go find what that scream was. So I went sprinting down my stairs. And normally I have this butler whose name is Winifred. And Winifred was nowhere to be seen. And I was like, oh goodness, but I knew that the scream was not Winifred. So I went running down through the kitchens. I went running through the dining hall. I went running through the east wing where all of the bedrooms are, even though I have no family. And I just went all over my mansion. There was no one to be found. I finally went to the very tip top of the top of my tower, where there is a little bit of that spiky thing. What's the anyways? And I saw in the distance the moon was rising, but it was not just any full moon like it was supposed to be. It was the visage of a purple rose rising from the horizon. And finally, Winifred stood behind me with purple roses in her eyes, and she pushed me off the tower, and I fell, and I nearly died, but I woke up in the hospital.
Okay, all right. All right. This isn't what I thought when I was trying to just sit in Pizza Hut and enjoy my meal today at my soccer game. But
I'm scared, and I have no one to talk to. Winifred was the only person in my life.
Okay. I have a friend that might be able to help you with your Beauty and the Beast bullshit that's going on.
Okay.
All right. Give me.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. I probably won't call you back. Okay. Bye.
What? Oh, bye.
Alex.
Hello.
Alex,
Yeah.
I just got the fucking weirdest call. And I don't even know who the guy is, but I'm just gonna give him the name Max. But yeah, can I just tell you what he told me? Because it's crazy.
Sure. Yeah, you've piqued my curiosity.
Okay, so Max is coming home from work where he works at the mill, and he goes into his mansion, and he goes into the west wing of his mansion, and he sees a case that has a purple rose in it that's floating in the case in time and space, floating still. And when he grabs it, the case falls to the ground and shatters, and he hears this large walloping scream, and he's like, I gotta go figure out who that is. So he's walking through his mansion, and he's thinking, oh, my butler Winifred is usually here, but she's not here, and it didn't sound like her. So he goes through different parts of the mansion. He checks the whole east wing, which has a bunch of bedrooms, even though he has no family. And then he walks up to the tippy top of the tower of his mansion. And when he's there, he looks up at the moon, and the moon is like the shape of a purple rose. But then Winifred shows up behind him and shoves him off the side of the mansion, and he falls to, I guess, not his death. But
I mean, he called you, so
yeah,
I guess.
That's what happened. So
okay.
Do I?
And this dude just called you and told you this?
Yeah, I think he wants me to call him back, but I don't.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
Do you?
All right. Well, look, I've got a buddy who might be able to like piece this together. Maybe he's a little bit more familiar with this kind of a situation.
Okay.
I'll ask him about it and see if he's familiar with any of this. Okay.
Okay. Sound good.
All right. Later.
Bye.
Hey, Dom.
Yellow. That's a color. What's up?
Yeah. Look, I got this. This one friend of mine got a random phone call by some stranger who told him this weird story, and
people who call people randomly are the worst. Tell me more about it.
What you're talking about, right? Well, anyways, let me give you the rundown of this story, okay?
Sure. Let's hear it.
The guy who called, his name was Max. Max works at the mill. I don't know what kind of mill, just some kind of mill. But anyways, he was done with his shift, so he went home to his mansion. The dude lives alone in a mansion. And so he wandered in, and the place was completely empty. And so he goes over to the West Wing, which he may or may not be allowed to go into. I mean, it is his own mansion. So anyways, he goes in and he finds this purple rose in a case. It's like suspended midair, floating in a case. And so all of a sudden, the case falls off of the pedestal and shatters. And he hears this blood-curdling scream, just this crazy scream coming. So he searches the whole mansion. He goes into the East Wing where there's a whole bunch of bedrooms. But I mean, he doesn't have any family. Like I said, he lives alone. And then he goes to the very tippy top of the tower and he finds this purple rose moon. And then his butler, Winifred, pushes him off of the balcony, but he didn't die.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds like quite the tale. One would even say a tale as old as time, if I had to.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I can't tell if that story is beautiful or just kind of
bestial. Yeah, no, I agreed. I know a person who might have some. They claim to be a soothsayer on their business card, but who knows these days?
Yeah.
Let me give them a call and see what they can foretell of this situation.
All right. Keep me posted.
Will do.
Thanks.
Hello. Hey, you claim to be a soothsayer. I've got a story that I need to tell you. See if you can interpret the truths from.
Right, and then I'll say it's soother.
Perfect. That's what I call you for, buddy. All right. So here's the story as I heard it. Right. There's this guy named Max who works at a sawmill. Yes, he does. And the thing about it is he works at a sawmill, but he actually lives in a mansion. He lives by himself. Very important. He lives in a mansion. And one day he's at his mansion after work, and he went up to go to the West Wing, which he may or may not be allowed into. And there was a purple rose that was full on falling apart in a beautiful glass case. The glass case shattered, and then he heard a scream. So he ran to the East Wing and then ran up to the balcony and got pushed off the balcony, but lived by his butler, Winifred.
Interesting. Thank you for the saying. I shall now call someone else and say it in a more soothing voice.
Well, happy to have you in my contact list. Definitely am not going to delete this number.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hello, is this Max? I can't hear you.
Yes, this is. And who am I speaking to?
This is the soothsayer. I've got a storygram for you.
Ah, I see. Go on.
Ready? So I heard one day you were in a mansion and you live by yourself, which is very important. And you went to the West Wing, but not the show West Wing. And there was a purple rose in glass that shattered. And then you went to the balcony and got pushed off by your butler.
Very interesting. You did forget to leave out one important piece of information. However, this is actually a piece of information that I did not put along in the original telling. You see, I did die when I was pushed off, and I did not tell it. But my story has infected the minds of 4 people, and I assume that it will affect the minds of many more. And that is how I live. Goodbye.
Wait, you still got to pay $37.50 for the soothe call.
Oh, do you take card?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I'll do. Do you have a website?
Yeah, you can just go to our website and pay there. We prefer to if you prepay from the website.
That's kind of a pointless statement now, where we just did it.
Well, yeah, That's why I'm telling you for future.
Okay, well, all right. Well, in the future, don't waste my time. How about that?
Well, then pay properly.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay.
Everyone loves commerce. All right. Oh, wow.
Dom,
How
you
do
really
we-
just put 90% of the story in the last 5 seconds.
Yeah.
It was all there, though. That's the important part.
Yeah, I guess.
It was all there as told to me. I'll say that much.
I always like it when in the first interaction from the first story to the handoff. So I originally said I worked at a factory, the General Mills factory. It turned from that into the mill, into
Dan
the
just said you worked at the mill.
Okay, to be fair, he said a lot of shit, okay? The fact that I even remembered a throwaway detail is enough, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. And she had purple roses in her eyes. Winifred did.
Oh,
I didn't remember that. That was fun.
I didn't hear that. I made merch.
Merch.
Merch!
It's merch.
It's a merch.
What is that in the middle?
It's Sasquatch.
It's Sasquatch.
Oh my god.
That isn't real. A Canadian. Wow.
Honestly, not too shabby. Not too shabby. Oh, thanks, Macaroni and Brie.
Thank you, Mac and Brie.
Oh
Thank
my
you so
god.
much.
Carbs, I promise if we ever print this shirt for real, we'll send you an
Yeah.
honorary
You
copy.
definitely get credit for this one.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Oh, amazing. Canada might have the best flag of any country. Is
Uh,
that a controversial statement? Who do you think has a better flag than Canada?
Nepal.
Nepal's pretty good.
I like Morocco's
Did you
flag.
both say Nepal at the same
Yeah.
time? Y'all trash. You just like it because it's not a square. You two are just the most
It's what?
contrary. We're just five contrary people. That's the problem. We just want to watch the world burn.
Look. If you want to, the thing about describing the best flag is, I think the best flag is the one that's the most unique, and I would argue that Nepal has the most unique flag.
They definitely have the hardest to sew flag. I'll give you that.
Exactly. So,
I see it.
ergo,
Airbnb. It must be Nepal.
Aragon.
So are we
Origami.
going to talk about Dom wanting to kill all the panda bears?
What?
All right, now to our next game.
No, I think it's fair. I think we can have this conversation.
Yeah.
So
we're adults now. We can.
yeah, we're adults now. We've stayed long enough, right?
Officially 18 years old on this channel.
It's true.
But there it is, Crop Star, the Libya flag from 1977 to 2000.
You're the real OGs know. So it's a joke, but also I think there's a little bit of truth to it, which is I think we should just let the pandas die. And my reason for this is they're incredibly inefficient to keep alive. One, they can't keep themselves alive, and not in like their environment got wrecked, or like, it's not like that's the situation. The situation is they're just not built to survive. The amount of money and resources that go into keeping them alive could be so much better spent on other species that actually have a fighting chance, or are vital to the ecosystems they live in, or are helpful to the earth in some way, and don't, refuse to die because they refuse to eat because they got too sleepy. Like, it's just, I think the reason we still care about the pandas is because China messed up when they were drawing straws and picking their mascot, right? Like,
I was just going to say.
it's just because they picked wrong, and I think they have to just accept they have to take a mulligan and choose a new animal, and it's just on them. That's their fault, right?
If it wasn't their mascot, it would be dead. They would be extinct.
They would be dead already, right?
This
Like,
is my
we
question.
could have chosen the turkeys, and we would have chosen wrong if that was the case, but we didn't. We chose eagles, but at least they can keep themselves alive if you give them enough attention, right? Like, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Let the pandas die.
When were pandas living in the wild? And how did they must have been able to support themselves at some point because they exist.
That's what I'm curious about. How did they get this far?
Right? So that means that a little bit of your argument is eroded because at a certain point, they were evolutionarily, they fit a certain environmental niche well enough to be able to survive.
Now,
I disagree because there are plenty of species that come into existence that die because they can't handle their environment. Their existence doesn't make them inherently survivors. It just means that maybe this is the end of a line for a species.
Yeah,
maybe that's all it is.
Because something is alive today does not mean, like, we are by no means at the finish line of evolution.
No.
Things are constantly dying off because they're just not designed correctly.
Well, and I definitely do.
Those are one of those things.
No, I'm saying, like, save the polar bears, 100%. That's on us. That's our B. We'll take that one.
That one's on us.
It's going to be a pain, and it's going to cost a lot of money, but save the polar bears.
Yeah.
The panda bears... they can't save themselves. You know, God helps those that help themselves. And the panda bears sure as hell ain't helping themselves. That's all I'm saying.
I definitely wasn't suggesting that we're at the finish line of evolution. But what I'm saying is evolution is so slow, even over the past I don't know how long it was since China adopted the panda as their like national mascot. But it's a very small amount of time to where it's evolutionarily relevant. So what I'm saying is, at this essential point in history, evolutionary history, pandas are evolutionarily fit enough to live.
Well, they're fit enough to live because they're cute enough that we've kept them alive. That's to me, there are some species that solely exist because we've continued to, they've grown better because they want to survive in partnership with humanity. Like, corn is that way, for example, right? Like, corn has changed a lot of itself because it grows with humans, and therefore it survives as a species based on our ability to keep it alive. Pandas, because they happen to get lucky that the country that has them is strong enough to support their incredible black hole of a pit that they are, they're just lucky. That's really what it comes down to. They got lucky, they picked a good country, and now they're alive. And I don't think they should be.
Okay, quick question, just to kind of tangent a little bit here. How do we feel about dodos? Did they deserve it?
They didn't deserve it, but they didn't survive, so that's kind of on them. I don't know what killed the dodos.
It was on us that, we killed the dodos, right?
Well, that's bad. We should have kept them alive then.
Yeah.
Although I think any flightless bird has already lost its purpose. If you're going to be a flightless bird...
Penguins just shouldn't exist then.
Look, all I'm saying is if you're going to be a flightless bird, you went from a dinosaur to a creature that could fly.
Yeah, okay.
And then you chose not to turn back into a dinosaur. That's a dumb move. You're out of the game. That's all I'm saying.
All I'm saying is, if you're going to trade off the flight, you better become a dinosaur again.
Don't trade down. That's like this. Oh, I bought a Cadillac. And then I traded it up for something nicer than a Cadillac. I don't know cars, this is a bad metaphor. And then you sold it to get one of those Playmobil cars. That's a dumb choice. Why'd you screw up?
Are you arguing that the line for penguins was they were dinosaurs, then they could fly, and then decided not to fly? You don't think that there was a line from just dinosaurs that couldn't fly directly, to the modern...
There are proto-penguins that could fly.
I'm not saying just that, but I'm saying the dodo and stuff. You don't think that there was just a line where they could never fly? So
the only exception I have is the ostrich, because they specialized, right? They chose a prestige class. They took some extra levels in fighter, and now they exist as a separate species.
No. Here's the thing. I would argue that emus and cassowaries are both better than ostriches.
Wow.
I don't think my bird knowledge extends quite that far.
Cassowaries are the full aggro, fuck you up birds. And emus are the only animal to have won a war. So...
against another species. That's an important clarifier.
Against the human species of all
I wish the humans would win the war against pandas, but apparently I'm the only one fighting this battle, so...
Hey, look... The war against
try and kill pandas, and so you've declared war on the Marshall State of China, and it's okay, well, free Hong Kong. I'm how about free China of its panda problem? How about that?
Wow.
That's my 2 cents.
This has been another Hot Takes with Show and Tell. Thank you so much.
Anyways, thanks for playing. Let's play a next game. You wanted to have this conversation. Remember this, chat.
Yeah, Youngster Jazz, you missed the beginning of it, but it started with the extinction of pandas.
The not soon enough extinction of pandas. Let's move on to. So just to clarify for chat and for the 4 of you, it is mostly a joke.
Yeah.
Keyword mostly.
No,
I am more aggressive about it for the showmanship of it, but also I do think they should die.
I have come to know the levels in which you argue and how you balance your satirical humor with the slight truth that you bury within it. So I fully recognize that. I know that it's mostly a joke, but not completely.
No, not completely.
John Galt said there are no proto-penguins. Confirmed.
Well, not anymore. Now they're penguins. We're gonna jump to
I looked
our next
outside.
game.
I didn't see a proto-penguin, so they do not exist.
I'm saying I've never seen a proto-penguin and a penguin in the same room.
Oh, flat Antarctica theory, huh?
Also, I love that you can end any conversation or argument with "I'm just saying."
But that's just me.
But that's just me. Let's jump to our next game. Think about it. Yearbook. So what we're gonna need for this game is just the name of a made-up high school club. Congratulations, you've moved to Japan. You've been hired on as the newest anime writer in the writing room.
Oh, I thought you were
Studio Bones.
Exterminator.
So, you've been hired on as the new Studio Bones anime chief writer, and they're like, time to pitch us a new high school-based anime. We're gonna give it a fun club. What's that club? I don't know. Maybe it's a literature club. Maybe it's a ghost hunting club. All I'm saying is there's many different fun clubs it could be.
I'm just gonna say
lots of jokes for just me and Steve at this point, but that's
I know
okay.
what the Doki Doki Literature Club is, Dom.
I'm just gonna say I'm concerned about our suggestions after the conversation we just had.
Oh, there's Panda Club. I knew it was coming.
Yeah, there's multiple Panda
extermination club.
Competitive basic.
I kind of love Bathletes. I think we're going to go with
That's
Bathletes,
great.
the Bathlete Club. Yeah, that's just so good, Mac. Good job. I mean, all the other ones are good. Club Panda, okay. I see your point. But let's jump into the Bathletics Club. And 1, 2, 3, cheese!
Hey guys, you might recognize me as the guy who smokes behind the auditorium after school, but more importantly, I'm known as the Bathlete Man. And the reason I started up smoking is so that I can train my body to work on less oxygen, so that when I'm in the Bathlete matches, I don't need to breathe as much. And when I'm an adult, I can just have my lungs surgically replaced when I'm a professional bathlete. And so when my lungs are good, then my body will be in peak performance state. And I'm just here trying to get some scholarship money, but you know, that's just me. I'm basically the Michael Phelps of the bathletes.
I joined Bathletics because I'm kind of awkward, and all the other sports make you shower afterwards, and that was like super uncomfortable. But I figured if showering was one of the events, then it wouldn't be as awkward. Also, it's just the club that has like the cutest people in it. I'm talking about not wanting one specific type. All the people here are insanely hot for no reason. So I guess something about Bathletics just really attracts the attractive people. Either way, it's really helped me get over some of my body dysmorphism, because when you bear it to the world, you bear it proudly. It's really the only way to survive. I've even started showering after bathletics anyways. Hell, I spend 95% of my time in water some form or other now. I just love it. Also, if you see anyone, give them my number, Hags.
Hey, I joined Bathletics because, well, I some people might label me as like a germaphobe. You know, I would spend all of 3rd, 5th, and 7th period just washing my hands in the boys' bathroom, and then if anyone else came in and breathed in my direction, I would have to wash my hands some more. So, you know, it seemed like a good fit, and my parents are pretty happy that I, you know, found something that I could do that wasn't just me sitting there with a bottle of hand sanitizer rubbing it all over my body. So overall, I would say this club has really been a great time for me. Plus, like, you know, it's really helped me branch out and see the beauty in other people. And wow, there's a lot of beauty to go around. Like, just, it's amazing. I thought that, like, you know, the swimming club or like the chess club, they were all like really hot, but Bathletics is just on a whole other level. And I really am proud to be a part of this group. So, you know, consider joining, because it's a fun time. It's good, clean fun, you know? Hags.
So in being the president of the Bathletes, I have one goal and one goal only. 1, keep everything very clean. And 2, make sure that only the people who are on the Bathletes are pretty hot. Sorry, I know I said I only have one rule, but that one kind of goes in under the radar, if you will. I don't want people to know about it, but, well, if I'm gonna be honest here, I think that Bathlete should only be for the people who are really attractive, and I've turned down lots of people because they weren't pretty enough. But, oh well, that's just what I can do as president, and I don't think that I'm ever gonna have to see the repercussions for that. Hags.
Hi, my name is Billy Taft, descendant of William Howard Taft, and I'm here to be on the Bathletes to defend my great-great-great-grandfather, the president that died in the bathtub. I really just want to live up to his name and stop everyone making fun of me. I'm not what you would consider traditionally attractive, but I sort of paid my way in with the rich blood money that my line of ancestors have. So when I'm in the tub out there, I hope that William Howard Taft is looking down on me and thinking, there you go, just don't die. But anyway, I hope to really break into showers next year, but I guess the tub is where I deserve to be. All right, everyone, have a good summer. Hags.
Cheese. Amazing. What a club. What a club. Sell the bathwater. Oh, jeez.
Yikes.
Okay, good historical pull there.
Yeah.
Really, real proud of you.
Yeah.
Dan, I'm mad that you thought of that and I didn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, it's honestly deadass first thing I thought of. It's like, oh, who would be in Bathletes? Who's that president that died? I was like, oh right, William Howard Taft.
Did he die in a bathtub? I know he got a bigger bathtub installed because he couldn't fit in it. But did he die in a bathtub?
Maybe not. So. Maybe
I believe it if he did.
I thought he just got stuck in it, yeah.
I know the legend is he at the very least got stuck in one.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it like it had to like get like lifted out with a crane or something.
Let me see.
Let's
see with the internet.
Oh, thank you, Jungle.
He just got stuck in a
bathtub. Bits.
Oh wait, no, it says which president died in a bathtub and said William Howard Taft. It might be misinformation though.
It might be. Now I kind of want to know.
I want to know.
Well, if you want to know, maybe I should just get one of my historical games over here.
How did William Howard Taft die?
We don't have time for this.
Okay.
We gotta move out of this international bathwater and into our next game.
I thought for a second it said that he was buried in the bathtub, but that's not true.
That would be a legend move, honestly.
Pretty
Not
legendary.
out of there for everything.
There's a picture of him and like 3 other guys sitting in the bathtub, fully
that's-
clothed, no water, but they're
Wait.
just chilling.
Rub a dub tub, 3 men in a tub.
Highly unsanitary.
Because they're not gay.
Oh
I
my God.
googled and it just says heart disease.
Yeah, but he could have died of heart disease in a bathtub.
Just like the Pringles guy. Yeah, buried in a can. We're gonna move on to our next game. Judge, Judy, Executioner. So what we're gonna need from the chat is what's like a really annoying thing? Something that like someone does that just annoys the crap out of you. What's your biggest pet peeve, essentially, from other people? Whatever that is, start spamming it in the chat. We promise it won't be used against you by us. Other chat members may use it against you, but
Yeah,
we can't.
We
help
cannot
that.
control other chat members.
It's true.
You all sign the form.
This is an unmodded Discord or Twitch channel.
Anything goes.
Anything goes.
Anything
we
goes.
Anything.
Anything.
Bust out the H word.
Speaking
Oh.
of which,
Heck.
the director absolutely hates the crinkling of plastic water bottles.
Mmm.
Oh, that's a suggestion. I thought that was just a fun fact.
Yeah, I thought you were just bringing up a conversation.
Steve, what is your personal biggest pet peeve?
I've got one.
Okay.
When people use a part and a part interchangeably, it is the worst. I hate it so much.
Do you mean in writing or in speech?
In writing.
Oh, okay. 'Cause
If someone says, oh yeah, I was a part of that group, and they spell it A-P-A-R-T, I hate them. I immediately hate that person. Don't be that person.
You got ourselves a little grammar boy.
It's
over here.
just, it's the worst. It's just the worst.
Max, what is your biggest pet peeve?
Thinking that it's morally comprehensive to murder animals for your own taste.
What if I want to kill them because they're a bad species?
That's fine.
Okay. Dan, what's your biggest pet peeve?
People that have dumb pet peeves that are too judgy.
Wow.
Did you think of your pet peeve yet?
Yeah, my pet peeve is probably the way that Dan looks at me whenever I try and make a stupid joke.
Oh, well, I thought of my real pet peeve. Whenever people add a light, when it turns green, just regular green, and people in the left lane think they can go first. That's my pet peeve.
I thought of my real pet peeve.
Okay,
Like
what's
that
your real
people
pet peeve?
take a left when it turns green, and the people going straight are supposed to go first. And they're just like, I'm just gonna maybe cause an accident real quick
I do
because
that all the
I
time.
Yeah,
need
what
to
do you got, Max?
My real pet peeve is that Dan won't hold me anymore.
Ah, yes.
Hmm.
Oh, yes.
You took that left. I can't.
What is your pet peeve?
So my pet peeve is one that Max did earlier tonight, if we have to be honest.
Oh,
My pet peeve is when people say osmosis for something other than water, because osmosis is diffusion specifically for water. Like, if it's not that, it's just you diffuse something else, right? Max said earlier that they osmosed knowledge, which is that's my pet peeve.
Metaphorically, I'm using it metaphorically.
It doesn't matter. It annoys me. That's all I can say.
What's the metaphorical equivalent of water?
Nothing. You diffuse it.
It was be diffusion.
It just diffusion.
Osmosis.
Osmosis is the process of diffusion for water.
Right. I
Yeah.
guess I understand where you're coming from. I did do it for
Yeah, I don't. The metaphor is my pet peeve. That's what it is.
I didn't notice that Max did that.
He did, and I was like,
We already knew that was your pet peeve.
I was
Yeah.
doing it for a Miss Frizzle.
yeah.
Oh.
All right, we're now going to actually play the game because we're running out of time quickly.
Right.
But we're going to jump into the game. This court trial is for... is for applying makeup while driving.
All right, here we go. Order in the court, everybody. Now look, I want to make this quick because I do have to go take my PSATs when I get back home. You know, there's never too late to learn the same thing that you should already know. All right, so we're here because the defendant that is currently on the witness stand supposedly, allegedly, I know my nomenclature, allegedly applied makeup while driving. Now, prosecution, this is your last chance to convince the jury before the vote goes out, so the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, Your Honor, and thank you so much to our jurors who have made the time to come here today. We come to court to be able to call people out when they do something that endangers our society. And for something as frivolous as applying makeup is truly something that is endangering driving while driving that we just cannot have in our society, and something must be done about it. And I am here to do something about it. Now, defendant, do you have anything briefly that you have to say for yourself?
Yes, I of course am pleading not guilty. I did not apply makeup while driving, and there's no way to prove that I did. Clearly, I'm a safe driver.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess that's exactly what we're here to do today. I'd like to move on to my first piece of evidence. Now, this is a piece of a vehicle, excuse me, that we found at your home. Is this true? Is this correct?
Yeah, that's my ride.
Right. And you use this to get to and from work. Is that correct?
Correct. I also use it to go to the grocery store, and sometimes I like to go on hikes, so I take it out of the city.
Sure. Right. And do you use the roads when you're using this one?
Yes, that's the requirement.
Okay. All right. That is good to know. You don't ever feel like you're endangering people by using I'm fairly sure that this is a not street legal vehicle.
Of course it is. Have you ever heard of Share the Road? That includes Hamtaro scooters, okay?
All right. Well, that will become exceedingly important after I show the next piece of evidence. And here we are. Here, actually, this piece of evidence should be quite familiar to you. Why don't you tell the court what exactly it is we have here?
Look, my family is a long line of dairy farmers. So a lot of times the currency that I typically use is cheese. It's what I keep in my wallet. So yes, this was a picture where the police told me to show them what I had in my wallet. Mm-hmm. And what? There's no makeup in there.
So this instance that you're talking about, when you were pulled over by police officers and asked to show your license and registration, mm-hmm. I understand that this interaction got somewhat heated. Is that correct?
Yes, because the police pulled me over, and when I asked the officer why I was pulled over, they said that they had suspected me of doing makeup. And I got angry because I am a responsible driver and only do my makeup at work because I ran out of time while I was getting ready at home.
Right. And where do you work?
I work in the middle of the city.
In the middle, sorry, not where geographically, but in what industry, for what store specifically do you?
Oh, I stock the shelves of the supermarket for the milk.
Okay, I see. And being a resident of Phoenix, Arizona, you must understand that there's quite a large megastore named Kevin's Makeup Megastore. Are you aware of such a store?
I've heard of it, but I've never been there myself.
Okay.
For the cheaper brands that you just get at places like Rite Aid or CVS.
Sure, but you are aware of such a store existing?
I have seen it. Yeah, I believe I pass it on my commute.
Right. However, these other places that you've been using, it's I'd like to bring up some the fact that Kevin's makeup megastore has actually implemented large economic control over much of the city of Phoenix, Arizona, and in many places a bartering system has come up. And you are able to use various products in place of money now that Kevin's is such a large environment or economical force. Do you ever partake in the bartering system?
Well, I don't really question why it is that we don't just use money, but as you can see from my wallet, I obviously do partake in the bartering system, with my main currency being cheese singles.
Right, that you acquired from your dairy farm with your family.
Yes.
I see. Right, and let's move finally onto our third piece of evidence. I'm sorry. This is a very difficult.
Where did you get a picture of that bitch?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
This is an incredibly difficult picture for myself. And
yeah, I know who she is.
Please, why don't you enlighten us?
That's Jessica. She was my best friend until she kept mooching milk off of me because she kept saying that she needed it for her calcium issue. And I was like, Jessica, no, I'm not going to keep giving you milk for free. That's kind of how I use bartering around this city, because like there's nothing else that I can afford to trade with. And
Right.
she's so mad at me, and then she stormed out of my car, and I was like, whatever, I don't need you anyways.
Your car.
Yeah, I used to have a car, but then it eventually got taken away, and so now I use my scooter.
Could you state why the car was taken away? And remember, you are under oath.
I know. I got a citation for drinking milk while driving.
Interesting. Right. And could you please tell us what your relationship to Jessica is?
Nothing now. I hate her. I hate her guts, or I would if she had any.
And previously, were you romantically involved?
No. We were just best friends forever, for life, for all of eternity, until we die and then beyond the grave.
Did you?
That obviously didn't last.
Did you ever? It seems like Jessica has colored hair and perhaps indulges in makeup. Did you ever do Jessica's makeup?
No, she would not let me touch her face, but she would do her own makeup in my car.
Excuse me?
Yes, she would do her makeup in my car, sitting in the passenger seat, and she would use the mirror for her own makeup all the time.
You know that's an offense that could be convicted of.
I never did my own makeup, thank you very much. It was just Jessica.
Well, unfortunately, I believe that we've seen all we need to. I fully believe that this young person was influenced by Jessica, did their makeup in their car or on their scooter. Either is a punishable offense, and it must have been this makeup mishap that led to these two people to divert.
Well, it's not up to you to decide. It's up to you, the jury. So, now is your opportunity. Take out your little technology things in front of you. I don't know. The intern set it up. So basically, all you gotta do, you don't have to go into another room anymore. All you gotta do is press 1 to vote for guilty and 2 to vote for not guilty. Once all the jury's votes are rounded up, we will execute the decision on the, not sorry. I'm thinking a lot about the vocab for the PSATs. So I just have a lot going on in my head. Yeah.
I had to take those. Those were the worst.
Yeah. Don't believe me. I actually got in a huge fight with my best friend about it. We're not friends anymore, so it's just been lonely.
I'm sorry to hear that, Your Honor.
Yeah. Was I talking to you? Please.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jeez, can you believe that guy?
Unbelievable, am I right?
All right. All right, jury, if you want to finish getting your votes in, it is important. You know, it's what's the punishment for this? Oh, I should know this. Oh, it is execution. Oh, I guess that's all right. Well, let's hope for the best. We'll see what happens. All right, final moment, and it does look like everybody has gotten the votes in. All right. Let's see. The jury says here that they find the defendant not guilty of all crimes, and that actually they're being awarded a brand new car. Yay! Oh wow, that's great, man. All right. What? Yeah.
I just want to say, jury, always follow your dreams and work hard, and you too can end up with a brand new car like me. Thank you so much.
All right, prosecution, if you can give me your keys so that way we can give them over to the defendant.
What? It was my car?
It's random. It's just, you know, we spun a wheel and you lost. I'm sorry, you know, it's a short straw situation. All right, I gotta go take the PSATs. All right, bye.
Amazing. We're gonna go right into a hoedown. You know what? Chat, you've done a lot of good work tonight. I'm going to give you guys a break. This is our turn. Dealer's choice. No theme, no nothing. We're each coming to the table with only what we bring with us.
What?
Yeah.
I can't think of things.
Yeah, the hardest suggestion for any improviser is no suggestion.
Oh,
so that's what you get.
If you write suggestions in chat, I might look at them. This is just a no promise suggestion. All right. Take it away when you're ready, Steve.
All right. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Thanos had the right idea when he wanted to snap. He really wanted to make the universe rap. So what I'm suggesting is to eliminate everyone at random so that we don't have to kill all the pandas.
Hey, well, I'd say that we are clever boys, so we can think of rhymes for the void. It's true that we can sing about nothing, and that's why I think that I'm just bluffing.
Oh, what a task I have given us. If we cannot think of things, we will be a bust. All I'm saying is we better be funny, because if we are not, we don't deserve your money.
Hey, please excuse me if I get a little meta, but I think I can do this song a little better. It might be hard on the mind's digestion, but even saying there's none is still a suggestion.
Hey, we've done this for over a year. You thought we would be better. We're still sweaty and getting really wetter. Oh my God, we're filled with so much fear, but it's okay. Everybody raise a beer.
Hey, everybody raise a beer. That's such a good job, crew.
Do that.
Good job, crew. Thanks all for being here. Always a pleasure to see you. Thanks for coming back. We love hanging out with you. Get prepped for Halloween week. Next week. Like I said, Tuesday, we're going to do another 60-minute madness. So if you've never had anyone who's seen the show before, that's a really great show to bring them in on. People love 60-minute madness. It's going to be high-octane energy the whole time.
Bring your friends.
Bring your friends.
Too. We've got some great challenges lined up.
Yeah. Bring your bits. We're going to make you guys do something miserable to us if we lose. We're probably going to lose. So, we'd love to see more folks, more friends and family. But yeah, otherwise, thank you all for being here. Thanks for hanging out with us on another Friday night. Oh, thanks, Mac and Bree. Appreciate the gifts. If he writes, love to see you. And now we have to do two things. The first thing we must do is figure out who we're going to raid. We have...
Who are we storming?
Two options for chat. Two options for chat.
Where are we dropping, boys?
We have, okay, so here are your two options, chat. We either can go to a guy who designs gemstones, who's like in a design software right now, designing gemstones, or we can go to a guy who's like live tattooing a canvas, but instead of ink, it's thread. It's very interesting. So there's two options: gemstone designer or thread tattooer. And he's using like a big gun, like a tattoo gun, but it's thread. So it's one of those two options. You can pick either one. What are we seeing, Dan? Let's weigh our things in.
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
Well, you all think of that.
Or you have tattooer and whatever the second one is.
Yeah.
I believe the second one was also tattooer.
Also
all right,
tattooer.
we're gonna go to thread tattooer. Dan, we're gonna go raid someone we've never raided, so let's be very nice to them. Which is Party 7777.
Nice.
Okay.
Should be an easy one to find, Dan.
I found it. Yep.
Cool. But before we do that, we must end stream the way we end every single stream. Max, how do we end every single stream?
We end every single stream. It's funny that you should ask this, Dom. We send off every single stream by covering ourselves in makeup that we purchased from Kevin's makeup superstore.
Every single stream. Let's go say hi to our new friend Party. But before that, we gotta look nice.
Yeah.
For the party!
Woo woo!
I will become Party 7777.
This is made of the blood I slayed for my enemies. People always go for the foundation at the center. The better foundation is on the sideline.
This will make my eyes look fuller.
And then once you have enough foundation, you take it and you throw it in your face.
Look, it's all about the contouring. It's all
We're out.